Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tess, and in this channel I share all about my experiences living and studying abroad. So, in today's video, I'm gonna be telling you guys some of the costs you should expect when you're moving to Italy as an international student so that you can prepare yourself and have a rough idea of how much you would need before you actually travel to Italy. So, yeah, let's get right into the video. So if you're new and this is a kind of content you're interested in, be sure to subscribe so that you do not miss out on any video that I upload. So the first thing obviously you need when you're moving to a country, you know that you obviously will incur cost just before you're able to settle down. There are so many things to take into consideration before you move into another country. It's also important that you do your research and know which city you're going to, the country you're going to, and to know how the cost of living is there, the things you would need. So today I decided to let you guys know, at least based from my experience, what I encountered and what you guys should prepare for. So the first thing, obviously, as a student, you need to know is about the tuition fee. So if you're on scholarship, obviously this is a different situation because obviously the scholarship is gonna cover for your tuition fee. But if you're not on scholarship, obviously you need to prepare your tuition fee. That is like one of the basic thing or the major important thing you need. So the tuition fee does depend on your easy. So I have said this a number of times, and in Italy, everything depends on your easy. So most of the tuition fee usually ranges from around 200 to 3,000 euro, but sometimes you can even pay less than 200 euro depending on the university, depending on the region. So all these are factors that come into play. But yeah, the rough estimate is usually about 200 to 3,000 euro. That is if you have to pay the fees by yourself. But there is also this important thing you need to know, that every student, whether you're on scholarship or not, you need to pay some tax fee. It's called Marcadabolo. It's a stamp that you have to buy from the tabacchi, and it's usually attached to the form that you use in enrolling to the university for that one. So it's not covered by the scholarship. Every student has to pay for it, whether you're on scholarship or not. So that's a tax fee that every student has to pay. Then the second thing obviously is your documents, and your permit of stay is one of the things you need to apply for immediately once you get to Italy. So once you enroll with the school and you tell them you've arrived, they will obviously give you documents to fill that you need to go to the immigration office and get your fingerprints taken, and so that you can get your permit of stay. So now the permit of stay again depends on where you are. So there's no exact amount because I was in two different cities, and the prices were different. But the rough estimate is around 120 euro to 250 euro. So you should prepare at least that amount when it comes to your permit of stay. Then the next thing is the health insurance. For this one, it's a fixed price for every student. It's about 150 euro. So this is you pay this for per year, and you get your health insurance card, and you are okay to take all sorts of medical tests. You also get your personal doctor, and you can be able to like go to any hospital in Italy wherever you are. So I would recommend that it's important to get your health insurance so that you are medically covered. Then the next thing is accommodation. This one I left it blank because there are so many things to take into consideration, or so many things you have to know. So if you're on scholarship, obviously your accommodation is covered by the scholarship. But for example, in my previous video, I had said there are situations where you will need probably a place to stay for a short period of time. So That one you would need to know whether you are staying with friends or family. If you have friends or relatives in Italy that can accommodate you right before you get your scholarship, obviously then that's a good thing. But if you are not, then you need to look for a place like maybe an Airbnb or a hostel where you can stay there for some time before you get your scholarship. So that again will depend on where you've gotten your accommodation. So I can give a price to that. Then, if you are not on scholarship and you need to get an apartment outside student hostels, or you want to rent the student hostel, so that will again depend on whether you want a single room, a shared room. It will depend on the city you are in, whether you're in big cities like Milan, Rome, or whether you're in smaller cities. So, this again will really depend on where you are, your situation you're in, where your accommodation will be as well. So, to be honest, I can't give a price on this, and every city is different. Um, where you're gonna get your accommodation is also the price differs. So, honestly, this you have to like know by yourself on where you exactly wanna get your accommodation and know like a rough estimate of what they will be charging. But for example, if you get a student hostel, that's usually around 150, 200 euro. Maximum that I have seen is around 350 euro. And then if you want to rent apartments outside, obviously, that would depend whether it's a fixed price or you also have to pay bills. But normally, prices like 200, 250, 300, 350, that is the maximum I kind of see that they go when it comes to the student accommodation. So yeah, that again would depend, guys. This is not a fixed price, it's just estimates that I'm giving you. Then the next thing is your feeding, of course. Feeding again would depend on whether you are on scholarship or not. So if you're on scholarship, you are also given meals. So some scholarship give 1 meal a day, others give 2 meals. For example, in my situation, my scholarship used to give us 2 meals a day throughout the week. So the weekends we had to cover the meals by our own, but Monday to Friday we had 2 meals a day. So that was quite enough to like cater for your feeding and everything. But if you're not on scholarship, obviously you need to know how your feeding is like, where you'll be buying your stuff. So that would be like for a student, obviously I don't think you'll be living an extravagant lifestyle. So probably let's say 100 euro per month will be enough in terms of your feeding, depending on what you're buying and how your feeding is like. So yeah, then the next thing obviously is transportation. And transportation also again depends on the city you are in. So if you're in bigger cities, obviously transportation will be a bit expensive. But if you're in smaller cities and the movement is easy, obviously you can be able to manage maybe by walking to your lectures or things like that. But yeah, also something else I think you need to know is when it comes to transportation, um, there's normally most cities like they offer like a monthly or yearly um how do we call it? They call it abbonamento for students. So they charge like as they cut off like a percentage for students, and you get to pay like a lower price when it comes to like the ticket. So that is another thing you need to know. Once you get to the city, you are going to ask the school whether they do offer um like yearly ticket for like students. And yeah, most places actually do offer that. So yeah, this one again will depend on the city, whether you'll be taking transportation every day. So these are all factors to take into consideration. So now, what I will say, if this estimate cost is for like people who are on scholarship. So if you're on scholarship, just before you're able to like settle down, just before you're able to get your scholarship, before they are able to pay your first installment. So I would say at least you need to have roughly 1,000 to 2,000 euro with you, uh, as your side money. That is if like you're having things in place. For example, if you have relatives to stay with once you get to Italy, uh, your lifestyle is not that expensive. So I would say this cost will be roughly enough right before like you settle down, you get your scholarship, you get your room, and they're able to like pay somehow your first installment money, which is usually in December around that time, yeah. But if you're not on scholarship, obviously this is not a price you can go. It's obviously gonna cost you more since you're gonna be covering or catering for yourself for everything. So that again would depend on the city you are in. So people who are not on scholarship, this is not a price for you. Obviously, it's gonna be more and more expensive. Monthly wise, depending on how you are living is, where you are living, and all those kind of things. But yeah, guys, this is just to let you know or to give you a clue of what you should prepare right before you move to Italy. I know it's the summertime, and so most of the time this is when most international students start arriving in Italy, so that they can start doing registration with the university, they can finish up their scholarship application. So if you haven't applied for your visa, it's important that you do that, I think within this period, because it's gonna get really late once September comes and you're rushing. It will be late for you when you get to Italy to like cover most of the things because you find most deadlines have closed. So yeah, it's important that as of now you're preparing to go to Italy and you're probably maybe waiting for your visa. But yeah, guys, I hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comment section what else you want me to cover for you guys. And yeah, don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.